Hello and welcome to the Ohio Pagans Guide. We're your hosts, Calli and Samora, and this is our guide to all things pagan in Ohio. Today we're going to talk about, in this short episode, the Enchanted Fantasy Forest Ball.
Yep.
So Samora and I and the Moon Sisters Coven went to the ball last night, and we are going to give a little review of it. So let's start on the topic of food.
Well, that was a mixed bag because we have people in our coven that have dietary issues, and not all dietary issues were met.
No, there was a lot of cheese. Even the fruit was on cheese.
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Display, I guess. I don't know, but cross contamination is a thing, so I ended up not eating anything.
Yeah, I noticed.
Yeah.
And they said that they were going to have gluten-free options.
I didn't see any.
No.
No, there was pudding, like on the dessert tray, there was like pudding, a mousse,
They had cheesecake.
cheesecake. It looked like I thought I saw you had a little bite of like a pecan pie or
Yeah.
something. That seemed interesting, but again, not something I can eat.
Right? Which also, while we're talking about food, why would you have your main course at the other end of the ballroom and then have your dessert at the other end of the ballroom?
Spacing, I would imagine that they wanted to give it a little bit more space so that some people could get their main course stuff while other people could get their dessert without being too crowded.
You know what I was thinking too also is where they had the people that put this on was called
Crooked Dog Comics.
Yeah, Crooked Dog Comics, not comments. But there was enough space where they could have put everything over there, and then everybody would have had to seen what they had as a vendor, and I don't know. I would have done some things different.
Yeah, and they only had 2 vendors this year.
Well, not including Crooked Dog Comics.
Yeah, well, they had their own space,
Yeah.
but in the vendor section, they only had 2 vendors. They had the potion shop,
Right.
which was so they had the potion shop, which was Hedgestone Farm, which was actually really neat and reasonably priced. Like that little potion bottle I made was only $10.50.
That's not bad at all.
No, and it was really fun to do. Like I didn't get to interact as much as I thought I would with making it. She did all of that, but I did get to put the stamp on the top and the wax.
See, that's cool though.
Yeah.
Everybody enjoyed that one. But going back to the food, if you had to rate the food from a 1 to 10 scale, even though you didn't get to eat it, what are you looking at?
Well, I mean, just for the whole dietary issues thing, it's pretty low. It's probably like a 3 or a 4 because, like I said, I didn't even eat. I know Justine ate some stuff, but she said even the roast beef had cheese in it.
Yep. It had little micro pieces of cheese inside of it, which I don't understand why they did that because the taste of it was sweet, which was weird anyway, but like it was good. I give the food probably about like a 6 out of 5 or a 6 out of 10. Not a 6 out of 5.
6 out of 10, yeah. And then going back to the vendors, the other vendor that they had was Mystic Crystal Cove, who sold a lot of headpieces.
Right. So like crowns and horns.
Yeah.
And they had a variety. Like it was perfect for the ball.
Yeah. Like I think their vendor choices were good. I think I would have wanted to see more.
Yeah. And like I was telling you about that space right by Crooked Comics, they could have easily fit 2 more people. If they kept the food the way that they did, they could at least got 2 more vendors up in there.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that, let's say, in the next 5 years, it's a little bit more organized to where there's a little bit more to do.
Yeah. We did the second tier of seating, which was about $80. A little less than 80. I think it was 76 and some change.
Right.
And that gave us a place to sit, which was really nice. I don't think I would have wanted to do the single tier or the first tier.
Yeah.
General admission.
Like literally they had tables for people like that, but they were all standing up.
Mm-hmm.
And even the 3rd tier that they had, which was the high court tier, which I really debated on, but like the section for it was small as it could be. And it doesn't look like you got anything extra.
So
like
they got a gift bag is what it said in the notes that I got, is that they
Oh.
would get a gift bag. They also got early entrance.
Well, I mean, that's nice, but I mean, most of your stuff was down at the bottom floor, so I feel like the price point that we decided to go with was the better option.
Yeah.
And that included food, well, it didn't include drink. And I think that's another thing that the high tier got is like one free drink or something like that.
Yeah. Out of vendors, out of a 1 to 10, I'd probably rate that as a 6. They could have done better, but I think it was good for, like, what they had was good for it.
Yeah, I would agree. Like, it was nothing against the vendors. The vendors themselves were great. Crooked Comics, they had, of course, some books there. They had D&D dice and stuff. I would have liked to seen a little bit more of their stuff since they had a big area
Mm-hmm.
and it was only like one table.
Yeah.
Like, I would like to seen what all they could have had. You know what I mean? Like, you're called Crooked Comics. Where's some of your comics?
Yeah, bring the comics in.
Yeah.
I know that wasn't technically the focus of the ball,
Right.
But
it's part of the entertainment.
Yeah. Speaking of the entertainment, they had that lovely fan dancer.
She did amazing. I got a few photos of her, and maybe eventually, once we get our YouTube channel up, we can post a couple of the photos that we got of her.
Oh, you got the Facebook page.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the entertainment in terms of like the opening entertainment was good. The DJ left a lot to be desired.
Oh, my God. But the harpist, though?
Oh, yes.
The harpist was great. Because when we first entered there, it was right around 7. So you heard the harpist playing. It was gorgeous. And then, of course, you had the classic, like, Akatar, if you're into the book series, music that you see on TikTok. And that was great when the DJ took over. But then it got weird. It got into like some like it felt like high school.
It felt like a high school dance, like transported me back to high school, over 20 years ago.
Right. Like the music was very left a lot to be desired. Like they were even talking about the music beforehand and was like, how's it going to be? And they're like, oh, we're going to have all different kinds of music and set up. And it's like the music that they had. And I swear the DJ had something against us because every time we'd be on the dance floor, the music would suck. As soon as we get off of the dance floor, the music would rock.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay.
Yeah, and it felt like he kept going back between like really slow beats and like really fast beats.
Yeah.
And so it's like you would get out there to dance and then it would slow down and you're like, I don't really want to dance to this.
Right. So I think as far as music goes, as far as my personal experience, beside the harpist, I would have to give it a 4.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, there was a lot to be desired. The flow didn't really flow. And even as a DJ, I would expect, them to be talking to you at least some point. This DJ didn't say nothing.
I think he said something at one point, but he didn't like cut the music or anything. And so he just kind of blended in with it.
Yeah, I didn't even hear that. Like I heard announcements in the beginning. There apparently is going to be another ball in August, but it isn't going to be an Enchanted Ball. They called it something.
Regency.
Regency, yeah. So that would be kind of cool to check out. Once again, these are all first year.
Yeah.
This is the first time that they're doing it. They're working with the Windamere. So it's like a community collective. So don't take it that we're being harsh. We're just telling our experience and how to make it better for the future.
Yes. The decor was on point.
Decor was amazing. Like when you first go in, it looked like you were stepping into a vine archway forest, and then you go inside and it just exploded with like these candle setups and candelabras, and then there was moss on the table
and butterflies.
Like it was absolutely gorgeous. Like they did 10 out of 10 on that.
Yeah. Not and for the record, it wasn't real butterflies. They were fake butterflies.
Yeah. No butterflies were harmed in the making of this.
Yes. But they had these gorgeous tree candelabras that they had these little glass balls hanging from that they put little LED tea lights in.
I really like that.
I wanted to take it home.
I wanted to take one of them home, but I'm like, will they notice? They're going to notice. I thought about it, though.
I did, too.
Drinks. Let's have a conversation about the drinks. Now, normally when you go to this kind of events, you would expect there to be themed drinks, which there was some themed drinks. But my experience was I like the drinks that I got personally, but I noticed that some of our other members were having issues because it was very citrusy and
Yes, Justine was saying that she dumped like a half a gallon of lemon juice in her mocktail.
which is weird because mine, I could taste the vodka in it, I could taste the other stuff in it. I don't know if she just liked me more or what.
Yeah, I didn't really taste the vodka either.
It was weird.
Like, I didn't taste the vodka. It tasted like lemonade with Sprite, which isn't a bad thing. I don't really like strong alcoholic drinks, to be honest. So not tasting the vodka was fine for me, especially because I had driving to do afterwards, so I didn't really want to get sloshed.
Right. Which was a great thing. I mean, I don't expect them to do heavy like a bar because it is a wedding venue most of the time.
Yeah. And it was a gorgeous venue. But drink wise, I would probably say, based on my experience, your experience, and Justine's experience, is that I would give it a 7.
That's pretty much where I was landed at. Like, I think that they could have done more themed drinks to where they could have spiced it up, you know what I mean, and made it a little bit more fantasy. Like they had, what was it, something hops or something like that.
Water of the hops or something
Yeah.
like that, or water with hops, or
What was it that we got? It was fairy something.
it was the fairy nectar.
Yeah, fairy nectar. It was good.
Yeah.
I can't remember what Justine got though.
I don't remember either because I didn't really look at the mocktails because I was only really planning one drink anyway.
Right.
So, and I got really excited when I heard one of them was blackberry until they said bourbon, and then I was done.
You were like, oh.
I was like, nope, I don't feel like throwing up today.
You're like, not today, Satan.
Yeah. Ever since Dark Charge Day, I can't do bourbon.
We're gonna have to talk about that one day because I've never heard that story. But overall, I think for the first year, them putting it together, I would rate it a 6.5 out of 10 for the overall experience. Like, they hit a lot of good key points, but they could have done a little bit better. Like, I think their entertainment, if the fangirl, she did great for like maybe an hour, but then after that, there was no entertainment. The harp went away, the
fan dancer
went away. Like, I would have loved to seen, and this was a missed opportunity in my personal opinion, of them doing like have fae dancers do like a waltz or something, you know, like the high court, make a thing where they were acting as the high court, making announcements would have been cool. I know there was supposed to be a contest for best dress. We didn't stay that long.
No.
We left at 10 o'clock, but I feel like they could have done a few extras. It would have been made it like extra, and I know that the Windamere itself is an expensive venue to book. And plus, with the food and the catering, like we had people from the Windamere come around and grab your plates, grab your cups that you were done with. You didn't have to throw anything away. That I liked because it felt like you were part of this fantasy world of like, I can just relax and have a good night.
Mm-hmm. I think your idea about the fairy court, like actors portraying Titania and Oberon, and their court coming in and having a little waltz, I think that would have been gorgeous.
Right? It would have been pretty. So hopefully they're listening and just know we're not crapping on you guys. But we've decided as a coven that we're going to wait a few years, let you guys build up your stuff, and then check it out again, and then do that. Unless you want to invite us for free, and we'll come as your witches of the ball.
Swamp witches.
That's what we felt like because everybody was dressed in these ball gowns and we're all in black in various different styles of dresses. And I think we were the only ones in black.
Well, there was a couple of people who were in black, but they had different shades as well. Like there was this really gorgeous like mermaid dress this girl was wearing that was black and red.
Ooh.
There was that one lady that we were like, oh, look, a fellow witch that got a little grumpy when we stepped on her dress by accident. She had some black on.
Yeah.
And I swear I saw a couple other people in black as well, but I think our group was the darkest out of everybody.
Yeah, we were like the little witches that could be. We were witches in the woods.
Yeah, we were. And then there were so many gorgeous dresses. The tieflings, I loved the tieflings.
Who was that girl that dressed in all purple?
She was one of the tieflings.
Yes. I love that.
That was gorgeous. And then her little red friend.
Yeah.
They were
adorable.
They were.
Like, there were so many great pictures. And that's another thing, the photographer. We almost forgot about her. She did amazing. The setup was like, imagine like this half crescent circle with roses and moss and vines, and like it was absolutely gorgeous. And she was capturing some moments as well. The only thing that I would say about her is I had asked her like, how much is it for a photo? And she's like, well, make sure you like it first, and then just walked away. Yeah. And I was like ready to pay her. So like, I don't know if she expects for you to
buy them online
or what.
Yeah, I think Justine sent that QR code, and none of the photos are up yet because she's probably touching them up and making sure they're pretty. And then, but I think you can buy them from that site.
So that's another thing. They had the QR code, and some people were saying that they were having issues with the QR code. I don't understand why, but we didn't.
I got into the site, and there's no photos up yet.
Right.
But I got in with, and it may be, and I don't know if this is going to work for you guys. You may have to have my email address, since my email address was on the tickets. And that may be why some people were having some issues, is because their tickets were purchased by somebody else.
See, I got into the site though.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it was because I was reading on, I went back into the group event page and looked, and some people were like, I couldn't get in and blah, 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 blah. That's another thing I want to tell them if they are ever listening to this podcast and go, who are these women? But QR codes are great. I think it would have been cool if they would have had a list. You know what I mean? Like a party of blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And have that one. Because I know we did tickets sporadically. I think we purchased tickets like what, 3 times?
3 times.
Yeah.
Because we did the initial 3, and then we brought Maggie in, and then we brought Shauna in, because we weren't sure if Shauna was going to make it or not.
Right.
And she was like, yeah, totally down to come. So yeah, we purchased tickets 3 different times, and I will say that was a great thing on their part, is that even though I purchased all the tickets so that we would be in a group, even though we purchased at different times, we were all sat at the same table, which was lovely, because I was a little stressed about that.
I know, the combination of it all. Because some places won't do that. They'll be like, oh, well, we already have this plan and blah, 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 blah. And that was another thing with the tables. You could buy a whole table, but you're paying $80 per seat. And it was like a table of 8. Yeah, you would have to pay $80 a seat. I think that if they're going to have you buy a table,
there should be a discount.
There should be a discount for it. Because at $80 a pop, you know, we were lucky. We were setted by some great people.
Yeah, they weren't bad. I enjoyed their company. I know Justine talked to them more than we did.
Yeah.
They were nice people.
They were very nice people. Majority of the people that went were very nice. There was only a few that kind of had that stank face, and I'm just like, are you not having a good time? Do you not enjoy the environment? Like, I think that's one of the things that I'm an introvert, extrovert, and I know you're kind of in between too, aren't you?
I'm an introvert. I can be an extrovert if one of my introvert friends needs it. It's my superpower.
So, like, I get that, you know, it can be difficult at times. But if you're going to a place where you know there's going to be people, like, you've got to realize there's going to be other people. Like, not just people you're going with. So, food for thought.
Yep. And I think that's about it for the ball.
It is. And we had a great time. Would we recommend it? Yeah, I think it's a great experience for anybody who's never been to one.
Are we going to go back next year? Probably not. Probably wait a couple of years and see how it evolves.
I figured if we were going to wait till the 5-year mark. Unless, once again, Crooked Comics wants to invite us for free to have another experience, then we'd be more than welcome to go for year 2.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Ohio Pagans Guide. If you have questions or would like to suggest a topic we should discuss, reach out to us via email at ohiopaganisguide@gmail.com or on Facebook at the Ohio Pagans Guide.